What's up, you guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I didn't get any boxes today, but we did go shopping and I'm so excited to show you my new shoes. So I've kind of mentioned it here and there that I was recently diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. It's actually something that I've been going to the doctor for like 25 years for, and I am the one that started doing the research, realized that all of my symptoms aligned with that diagnosis and took it to the doctor, and then they agreed finally. My dad had it, so like the chance of me having it is 50-50. Every single one of his children had a 50-50 chance of having it. So why, with all of my symptoms, it was so hard for them to figure it out, and why I had to be like, hey, look, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. I don't know. But if you have any kind of health issue, you just have to advocate for yourself. That's just all there is to it. But anyways, so I recently, because it's really affecting the way that I walk, specifically with my right foot, which also makes sense why I'm goofy footed, right? Because I've always been right-handed. But when like I water ski, wakeboard, all of those things, I am left foot dominant. They call that goofy footed. But so anyways, I've just been struggling more in the more recent years to walk. And so I, over the summer, my neurologist had recommended getting some cowboy boots. And so if you see me around and I wear cowboy boots and you never thought I would, that is the reason. Because I did get some. We went to Wyoming over the summer and I went to a shop there and bought some, and they really, really helped me walk, and I thought I was walking so much better. But just, they get really heavy, and by the end of the night I would be exhausted. And so I finally decided to get some braces, and they're called AFO braces, and just give me a second and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so it's kind of hard to be able to show you without help, but this is what they look like, and this is the only pair of shoes that I had up until today to fit them. So I'll take my shoe off so you can kind of see what I'm fully working with. So it goes, I mean, they go all the way up to my toe, and then, so yeah, that is what my braces look like. And these Hey Dudes are the only thing that fit, which is great, but they're clearly a winter shoe. They're fur lined and they're really hot. So today, let me show you what I got. Okay, so you're gonna be shocked, I think, honestly, but not, right, at the same time. So anyways, I am almost 6 feet tall, and so I have big feet to begin with. I wear like a 10 or an 11 normally. And then with this brace, the doctor that made them for me told me that I was likely gonna have to go up a full shoe size, which, okay, so a 12, 11 or 12, I really thought that I was gonna have to order them online, but the problem with ordering online is I can't try them on, and I really needed to try them on with the brace. Anyways, so before we went to the mall today, I was like, you know what, I bet I'm gonna end up with Converse because they run big anyway. But you guys, you're gonna die when you see these. I was so excited when I saw these. Look, it's probably backwards. In fact, I know it's backwards, but I'm sure you can tell what it is. Look at this box. So stinking cute. It says My Memory Box, and then Converse on the bottom. Oh, I'm like, my kid, well, my oldest daughter is not super excited about these, but I can, are you kidding me? Look at how cute these are. And then it says Hello Kitty and Friends right there. Oh, with the bow. These are like the best Converse ever. And they were the only shoe that we could find in a size 12. Look, they have a little, this last one is a little star. I am dying. I'm so excited about these. I can't even explain to you. Even the inside, even the sole, which I have to take out anyway because they won't fit with the brace, and I don't need it because the brace has everything that I need for my foot anyway. But even this, look how cute even this is. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. And they weren't, they're Converse, so they were more expensive. I want to say they were like maybe, $72, 72. I think it was 71.85, and I rounded up and donated to something. And so $72 for like the best shoes ever. And I'll just tell you, he was absolutely right. I ended up, these are a size 12. Normally, I guess those Hey Dudes are an 11. One foot, I think my right foot is like a 10 and a half. The other foot, no, and it doesn't matter. I ended up having to go with a size 12 just to get them wide enough. I tried an 11 on, and it hurt. And honestly, it was so small that I didn't even think that the 12 would fit, but it does. It fits so perfectly, and I cannot wait to wear these tomorrow. I'm not gonna be squeaking. That was the hard part with the Hey Dudes, is yes, I could get them on, and they weren't miserable, but I squeaked everywhere I went. I tried to put powder, I tried to do everything I could. And one of my students actually was like, I don't want her by me. Her shoes make too much noise. And so it's been kind of hard the last little while to be squeaking everywhere I go, but these don't squeak. They fit. They're absolutely adorable. I feel like they will go with everything, and I'm dying. I'm dying. So anyways, if you want to know more about muscular dystrophy and all of the things, let me know. I'm happy to share with you. I'm still learning a lot about it myself, and haven't actually gotten like the genetic testing that like fully, without a doubt clarifies it. Although with everything that's going on, yeah, that's what it is. But also I didn't realize how bad my walking was even with the cowboy boots until I got these braces. Like I cried. I've cried several times now, being able to walk so much better. I can walk backwards. There's so many more things that I can do, and I'm pretty strong, honestly. Like, it doesn't affect my work. And if it ever did, obviously I wouldn't be able to do my job anymore, but I feel comfortable still to do all of those things. This is something that's going to progress, and maybe I'll end up in a wheelchair and maybe I won't. We just don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. But with these braces, I just feel even with the cowboy boots, I felt way better. But with these braces, I feel 1,000 times better. My toes, especially on my right foot, would curl. Every time I would take a step, they would curl up. And the physical therapist told me it was so that they're like to grab a hold of the shoe to try and help me walk. But my toes were so tired and hurt so bad. And so with these braces, I don't have that. They lay pretty flat. I mean, as flat as they can. They're just starting to curl because the muscle is dying. But yeah, it's been so life-changing. I'm so excited, and now I've got like the cutest shoes ever to wear too. So anyways, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. The type of muscular dystrophy that I have is it's called FSH, fascioscapular humeral muscular dystrophy, but even it can affect like all the muscles of your body. Mine specifically, I guess it is more affecting my feet, but I have noticed my lip here is starting to, especially when I put on like a lip liner, it's starting to move over that way a little bit. And I've noticed that my arms are kind of weakening just a little bit, especially like when I try to do hair, like my hair or stuff, like they get tired faster. But like I said, it hasn't affected anything too majorly yet, and I'm hoping that it will continue to be that way. But anyways, any questions you have, ask me down below. I'll be happy to answer them, and I will do more videos like this. So have a good night. Bye. I just wanted to clarify what I meant by not too majorly. I do have a lot of pain. I am exhausted by the end of the week, but I can do most things still without major issues, especially now that I have these braces.